to do.
Not apparently a DJ.
Apparently, exactly. Apparently a DJ.
Can I just mention this? Like,
apparently.
I posted, I was like, I'm gonna tell you the real story behind this podcast. You know what? No. Tell me about how a boyfriend is supported. I can't. Girl, spill the tea.
If there's something, I'll just say it off because why? Is this person paying my rent? No, so.
We all go through struggles. Just like a butterfly, hidden, transforming, and one day, we just fly. Welcome everyone to another episode of Made It with Gaia. Tonight's guest is someone I'm actually excited to get to know her more because she's a special guest that I didn't get to know her. It was random. Our podcast right now is very random, but I'm very excited about it. Welcome Reem on my podcast.
Thank you for having me.
No, it's a pleasure having you. Tell the audience how random it was to to meet. It was weird.
It was like on Instagram, we were talking randomly.
Exactly.
Like,
she was honestly, she was.
You texted me, like I followed you, you texted me,
exactly.
And it was like super random.
It was very new. Like I had the podcast for I launched the podcast maybe 3 weeks ago. I posted the Bad Boogies episode.
Yeah.
And then she followed me and I was like, I really appreciate people who believe in my journey or my content, even though we've never met, and I felt like her following me was an actual, gesture to, I don't know,
support.
Exactly.
Especially that you're a woman, so I know that not a lot of women, let's say, it's complicated to put your name outside.
Yeah, so you felt like maybe you related in some ways,
exactly.
And then that's how I texted you. I was like, I went to your Instagram feed. I was like, oh, this girl gives the same vibes, and ambitious, a student, but you're doing it all. You're trying to balance and manage, and I'm really proud of you and your lifestyle.
Thank you.
Because some people they either choose school and just click off this mindset of living life and they put it on pause. Some others they just like to live and they put university on pause. People like me, I don't know if you're the same, you're gonna tell the audience now. For me, I used to manage both. قبل ما نروح لهونيك, to break the ice, okay? What's your favorite Moroccan dish?
It's tagine. Tagine of chicken and fries and olives.
Isn't it the one that has over it tahine?
No, it's not tahine. It's just lemon and fries and chicken.
Okay, I'm gonna try tagine,
You have to come to my place.
Yeah, that's something. I don't know how my Moroccan friends Shaima and Nouf never, mentioned tagine in front of me. How's life lately? How are you?
I'm tired a bit lately because I'm working on my first event. We're launching the real event on the 7th of June.
Okay.
So it's gonna be a journey. I wanted to do this event because it's meaningful. There is something behind.
I'm so excited to know so you're gonna post that poster on the 10th of May, but the actual event is in June.
Exactly. No, we're posting after the 10th.
Okay, I'll definitely try to come and support.
Of course.
Okay, who's Reem? Tell me.
Me.
Who's Reem?
I am a student.
Okay.
A student. I'm a DJ.
Not apparently a DJ.
Apparently a DJ.
Can I just mention this?
Apparently a DJ.
When I went to your Instagram feed, this sentence cracked me. I was like, okay, I'm apparently a DJ, and this, showed me how bold she is. I'm apparently a DJ. You're confused. Is it confusion or is it,
Because it's
apparently which tone?
Okay, because it started for fun. The first time I really I always had this idea of maybe someday learning how to DJ.
Okay.
When I was a teenager, but never really did it. I don't know why. Well, when I turned 18 years old, I just came in Montreal and. We went to Stereo. There was black coffee with pasta doble, and it was just amazing because it was one of my first it was my first stereo.
Can I just mention that you're not Canadian, you're Moroccan from the base, or Canadian from Morocco? But you're both, right?
I'm born here. I lived here for 7 years, and then when I was 7 years old, I went to Morocco. Well, yeah, but I used to come here twice a year or 3 times a year, to see my grandparents and
so she's
my friends.
You have the Moroccan culture, also not just the Canadian one. Okay. So, and you tried to dive into the DJing.
Yes, in the way where after that experience at Stereo, I got curious I bought a DDJ 400, which is like the smallest Pioneer where
Okay.
you learn like.
Yeah.
And then I did it for fun, like I learned by myself. I learned like totally by myself.
Wow.
Then I used to do it with my friends home.
Okay,
I
like for
had
fun,
friends,
like-
oh yeah, like friends
Yeah.
over and like
Pre-drinking, like, you know.
exactly, yeah, like just home. And then like some of my friends had the rooftop in a
Okay.
building, and then like they used to host like small parties, and like they called me and they're like, oh, come DJ with us, and we used to do like these parties till sunrise, like.
Wow.
And I remember it was the first time I mixed for like, I guess 6 hours.
Wow.
Yeah, like
Wow. And
yeah.
how did you feel after? That's a marathon.
It was good because there's good people, like good vibes, and you're just well surrounded that you don't feel like time passing. So
Exactly. It's not a job. It's not like
it's not a
you're
job. You're
passionate
doing it
about
for
it.
fun.
You're
Yeah,
passionate about it.
exactly. Then once I remember a friend of mine was like, "Oh, you should do it." Not only one, but like many friends used to tell me, "Oh, look, do it like for real."
Why not?
And nightclubs and like just go work, you know. And I was like, nah, like I'm doing it for fun. Then I used to go out. I used to go out a lot at Subo
Okay.
and with my friends because we loved the music there.
Yeah.
Like,
It was actually good.
yeah, exactly. So
Honestly, if I wanna describe like my university era, like and like where we used to go and have fun, it was mostly Subois in the beginning, you know.
exactly because
yeah.
it's like it's the best place.
Yeah.
It's hyped, you know. And
Exactly,
you're like,
yeah.
oh, you go there. And I remember my friends, like now they used to be DJs at Subois. It was Zach. I met especially like Zach Martel. I used to tell him, oh, I'm a DJ home. No.
Oh.
Like it was just a connection.
Yeah.
And we connected because he thought I stole his USB key because I was standing like next to him, like we still didn't know like each other, but like he thought I stole his USB key and he used to make fun of it like every time, and then
No
we became
way.
like friends through.
He asked you if you stole his.
He's like, oh, you stole my USB because like he was
You
just
wanna see my
joking.
style?
He was joking. We became friends, and once he invited me to open for him and Tommy Kempton at École Privée.
Wow.
On the 29th of December 2022.
What if you did not tell him okay or yes? What would have happened?
You know what happened that day was crazy. He texted me at like 2:30 p.m. and then I had to go buy a USB key because I used to mix like with this mixer that you just plug into your computer.
Okay.
And like it's not a like big.
Yeah, you can't put a
It's not
computer.
like
yeah.
in nightclubs or like where you play venues where you play, and then he's like, oh. Okay, play. I'm like, okay, let's go. And then I just go and I just buy and I get the USB. And then I had a big problem. So like a DJ has always like an app on his MacBook
Okay.
where you do like your sets.
Like where you mix and everything. Okay.
It's Record Box, and I like you export tracks from this platform to your USB key.
Okay.
It didn't want to export. And basically what happens, it's like if you don't export it
And he
from
texted you
this
the same day on the
yeah,
same day. It's like you have a few hours and you have to go.
Yeah. And I
Oh
was
my God.
stressing because it's like the first gig that you have, and then like
And also
you
like,
know
and he trusted you to like open for him. So like he
without listening
without
what I
even
used to-
listening to whatever
yeah.
you play. Wow.
And so I'm like, okay, it's okay. I'll do it with my ears. So basically, you don't see like the lines on when you're mixing, and you do everything the old-fashioned way.
Okay, yeah, I get it. Like you hear the
Exactly.
beat, you don't see it like waves.
Exactly.
Okay.
And then, you know who taught me this? Actually,
Who?
it was Pat.
Oh yeah,
How to mix with
Pat,
my
he's
ears.
amazing.
Yeah, with my ears.
amazing. He's an amazing
Shout out to
friend.
Pat because he contributed like into trusting me before I used to mix too.
Honestly, not just you. Like I feel like Pat is someone who really believes in people who have potential. When I first texted him, he just said yes, I'm coming. When he came and he left my house, he told me something that I would never forget. He told me you are a dreamer, and I believed in you. I believed in you, or else I wouldn't have been here on your podcast.
I'm
He was my first guest. He trusted me. I didn't have any footage, like any episode.
Yeah.
Any video except like the introduction. So he believed in me just by watching me once for like 30 seconds. And like I love people who are like supportive. You in your life and currently in your current era or like stage in your life, you're still a student, you're working, you're in your passion journey if you want, which is music and teaching.
Yeah.
How do you feel about support? Like how was your family support, your friends support? How is it?
My friends supported me like the whole journey, like since day one, like since I used to mix home. Like they were like, they were super genuine, super happy when I started mixing outside. My family too. Not my dad at the beginning, obviously, because you know, in our culture, it's not like well seen, the like DJing.
That's
and
honestly
stuff.
a sensitive topic that I wanted to talk about.
Of course.
Yeah.
But so like yeah, at the beginning I didn't tell him about it until once I just wanted, because I felt like I'm doing it, I love it, so like, why should I hide the fact that I love being a DJ?
And also, why should you explain something like this? Like, let's say now I grow a passion for like drawing. I'm an artist, you know, you're an artist, so like let's say I actually draw, you know, I have, you know, this artistic side of me. Let's say I start drawing, why should I not feel guilty that I didn't tell? I'm gonna tell my family obviously, but it's not like, oh, I have to tell them, I'm scared. But like when it's come to other passions, like I don't know, DJing, dancing, you know, it's kind of still taboo in our culture, at least in mine. I don't know, how is it in yours?
Same, because it's not a stability. Like basically you're telling your parents that like you wanna, you know,
they still see, you know, traditional school, like school is the your plan A, you know, don't stick to it, whatever, right?
Because obviously also there's like this bad side of like that you can see on social media or when you go to party or like, you know, so like they're scared, obviously they're scared that you
and let's not
fall in drugs.
I don't want to blame them because like that's all they know, you know?
Exactly.
That's all they see in the movies. And like honestly, me, like before coming here I used to party in Lebanon, but not as much because my dad and like my family actually used to like, you know, not brainstorm me into the idea that, you know, partying is scary, you know, it's dangerous, it's not you, it's people, you know, you might go, you might come back.
Exactly.
Be careful, like don't drink something, like keep your glass in your hand, you know.
Exactly.
They are right, because honestly, trust me, there's still, you know, stuff like this, but also like we kind of mature enough to take care, but sometimes you never know.
You never know.
But that's all. But they care about us, you know what I mean?
Of course,
you know?
just for safety. Like, and you just have to be careful, and that's it. You know, you just have to reassure them that you're not going in the wrong way.
And never, you know, forget your own morals and values. And this is something I want to talk about during, you know, making it alive. Talking about this, do you think about like, what am I doing? You know, let's say you get offered a gig. Do you think about what is the gig's gonna offer me? Is it gonna put me in the right position, yes or not? Are you selective or not yet? Like, you know, because in every beginning of a career, if you want to say, or like, you know, a dream, a journey, some people forget that, you know, you have to be selective at some point.
Exactly.
You know, because you're building your own branding.
Exactly.
You know, Anna, when I get a guest on my podcast, I believe that they're gonna be something, you know, that they're gonna offer what I am looking for, you know.
Of course.
Not saying everyone is amazing on the earth, but like your message correlates with my message.
It has to be in the same direction.
Exactly,
basically.
like ambitious, you know, you want to make it alive, and this. How do you feel about, you know, making it alive, but at the same time maintaining your own values and you know,
I'll always
morals?
stick to my values and my morals in a way where I'm super real. I will say what I think, you know, to a person. If there's something, I'll just say it off, because why is this person paying my rent? No, so like I'm just real, and it's the education of my family, you know. Like if they, it's always related to family.
So you're family related, right? Like you're family oriented.
Of course, totally.
Yeah, me too.
I'd do anything for my family.
Me too. Have you realized how, you know? So you've lived in Morocco, بالمغرب, and in Canada.
Exactly.
How is it different for you? What makes you? Okay, I'm gonna ask you something in a different way. You're Moroccan and you're Canadian. Exactly. You've lived in both countries, okay? طب being Moroccan and being Canadian, that's a different type of music, you know, it's Western, you know, the other one is different. What made you DJ or like, you know, use this vibe of music? Like, which type of music do you mix?
I mix Afro House, Afro Tech. So like basically when you're talking about cultures, we're we're from North Africa. So most of the music in Morocco is mostly from also South Africa. Like we listen a lot of the music of like in South Africa. and it's everyone knows about it. Like in Morocco, everyone.
So even your type of music is related to your culture, which
of
is
course,
the Moroccan one.
Moroccan. Also, like you would hear a track that is Afro house or Afro tech, but like with the Moroccan side, I can also like put it in my sets.
Yeah.
Like besides the fact that I play like Afro house, Afro tech.
Honestly, when I first, spoke to you about, the podcast and having this episode that I'm really excited about right now, I directly linked your story, if you want to say, like, what you want to talk about, to my Lebanese cultural coffee cup. And I felt like I have it here because I feel like, what's gonna make me make it in life, or like any person, is also where he's coming from. Because it can shape him in so many different ways. It can shape him into a way to, like, getting where he is right now, or choosing not to. Be careful. Like, I might come from Lebanon and I choose to, like, okay, I want to take all these taboos that people still, believe are taboos, take them and stick by them, and like, don't be bold enough.
Yeah.
Also, because like some stuff are taboo, but like it's not, culture, religion, or whatever. It's not taboo, it's just taboo. So this cup, like this coffee cup, reminds me of like the family settings, how your family propose on you what to be.
It's like related to your family.
Exactly, become a doctor, traditional culture.
It's like a heritage.
Exactly, and I can see like it can also, it's guiding you through your own DJing passion, or like career, if you want to say later on.
That reminds me like of Morocco actually. Like,
yeah,
also. Like,
what do you miss about Morocco the most?
My family.
Oh, your family is there.
Yeah, my dad.
So you're an international student here.
No.
Oh no, you're a Canadian, right? But you're a student here.
Yeah, I'm a student here.
Exactly. Yeah. Okay. Me too. I live alone. It must have. It's a bit difficult. It is. But it's for the future, I guess.
But I have my best friend.
Okay. Yeah, Sarah, and she's here.
shout out to Sarah.
Hi.
She says hi, everyone. So you're still in school. What do you major in?
International business.
Okay, so it's not music or something.
No, it's not music. It's something else.
Honestly, you reminded me. Okay, talking about the music and like the Afrobeat and like the Moroccan culture, I wanted to ask. Once I was staying with my Moroccan friends, they told me about the gnawa.
Yeah. It's
like the folklore, Anna. Like
exactly.
It's the Moroccan folklore, if you want to say. Tell me about it. Like is it still listened to frequently, or just okay?
It's like the heritage in Morocco that we have, that now also like DJs, producers use a lot in their like production when they produce like music. They use gnawa, they use like
which type of instruments they use. Like the folklore has العود, has different types. You have definitely different types of instruments.
Yeah, it's like you have the
exactly. Okay.
And then like you have the hats, and they just keep,
and you have to do the smiley face.
It's a vibe, it's they do a festival of it like in Morocco.
And you play during weddings and like everything for sure. Weddings.
Yeah. For any type of event you have them. Like
there's something I was talking about with my friend last time, and we mentioned like how each culture, even the music, is correlated to how we present events. Like let's say in the Lebanese wedding we have a different vibe than a Moroccan wedding, than an Indian wedding. And also even like she mentioned something very I'm gonna say it on the podcast. It's like when someone even dies, how you tell him goodbye, if you wanna say. It's different. Like us, like we put like tretil. It's like in the church. I'm Christian. We put like tretil. They start to sing whatever. Some others they try to بينحبوا, they start to cry and so it's different. And this also affects their cultural music.
Of course.
And that's why you chose this type. Like, do you think of changing? Like, let's say you got an amazing gig. Let's say, I don't know, X place, asked you to like come DJ. Do you change your vibe? Or you're not comfortable?
A real DJ isn't about like having one style. A real DJ has to know like every style. Tech house, deep house, everything. You have to go through it. That's a real DJ. You have to know all the genres, let's say, because obviously like if you have an amazing gig, you would know how to open for example a big DJ or anything. But let's say most of the DJs have like a favorite genre. So like for me it's Afro house, Afro tech, but I would like mix also deep house, like
especially when it comes to work, like you're gonna all get offered offers, but like you have to like play in this place. They want the vibe of like techno.
Now like for example in this for gigs I don't agree, because you want to have your own identity, but if you play like many genres, I would say like playing many genres is good for you as a DJ with yourself.
to
know?
build your own,
to build your own
skills.
skills, exactly. But let's say like, you would stick to you don't want to change your
personality, your branding.
Yeah,
you have
your
a brand,
branding
right?
and like your direction also.
Yeah.
Like when you're mixing, you want to share something. You're
And
not
I
just-
have a question. What's your direction? Like, what's your end goal? Where do you see yourself?
Me,
like?
honestly, I'm doing it as a hobby. It's
As a
something
hobby.
that I love to do.
Okay.
Where am I going? I don't know,
You
but
don't.
I'm going.
Okay, you're
I'm
going.
enjoying the journey in a way where, like now I'm doing my first event. It means a lot because
But I've seen you like, were you in picnic or it was just a picnic?
it was pitchy picnic. So basically, it was like the free picnic with the families, kids,
Oh,
and
that's
stuff.
cute.
Yeah, it was super cute.
That's cute. That's
you see
fun.
the kids just like
Yeah.
vibing on music.
But
that
it's
you're
part of your journey. It's amazing.
Yeah, exactly. But you go through a lot of stuff, and you learn from a lot of stuff. You have to start small.
Yeah.
You start opening around like everywhere because opening as a DJ is the most important part.
For sure.
In a way where you learn how to build up a vibe before like the main DJ.
And that's even harder.
Yeah.
Like
It's the
you're
hardest
coming into a
exercise.
room, they're silent, and you want to grab the attention of everyone.
Exactly, and especially that not a lot of people in Montreal know how to open. Like,
Yeah.
it's a discussion that comes regularly
Often between
because often
as music scene,
yeah,
يعني.
yeah, because it's tough. Like
It is tough.
but you have
Sometimes
to
you
go
come,
through
everything
it.
is hard, and you just take
Exactly.
over, and you just continue the same
Then
vibe.
you just have Spotify for this, like
Yeah.
for
Exactly.
opening. Like the exercise of opening, like for example, I open at Still Life on Tuesdays. Since the first day I mixed at Still Life, now it's been like a month. There's like a big progress. Like
Wow.
even Andrew and Pat are like, oh, we like
Happy
you
about
see,
it.
yeah, because they
People are
give me
liking your vibe,
advices.
and they're coming back, right?
Exactly. Well, I hope.
Yeah.
I hope they come
Karim, I
back.
have a question. You're my speaking of audience, if you wanna say, or like crowd, if you wanna say. In your case, it's crowd. The crowd, your most crowd is Moroccan. Moroccan, yeah. Moroccan.
I have a lot of.
How's your
Moroccan
Moroccan crowd? Is it supportive?
people. Yes.
Yeah.
I was surprised.
And I know Moroccan, like they know how to party.
Oh, yeah.
They love to live, you know. They
And
love to live.
I was surprised, honestly. Like the more I play, since like Still Life is my residency, the more I play at Still Life, the more I see like people coming back and like
That's cute.
especially like for example Tuesday there were so many Moroccans and like they came. And,
That's nice.
And it's and I'm like oh wow like.
Moroccan here are like a big number.
Oh,
They are
yeah,
huge.
yeah.
Like so, they should support. You know.
Yeah.
Do you see yourself like DJing in Morocco someday?
Maybe.
Yeah.
But
It's tough, huh?
when I
Do
go
they
back
have parties? How's the?
But when you say tough, honestly, like the mindset there is cool. They're super
Yeah.
open-minded.
I know my friend told me like in Marrakesh, if I'm not mistaken,
Yeah.
like it's known for like partying and everything.
There's big festivals
Yeah.
going on in Marrakesh and many places in Morocco, and like even like women, it's okay. Like
Oh, you have
Yeah.
That's good. That's
like
good.
it's cool. It's just more that like personally when I go back to Morocco, it's for my family.
For your family.
Yeah,
so,
like
family
I want to
time.
rest. I want to disconnect. I just want to like.
It's like you're on vacation, like
Yeah,
vacation
exactly.
mode.
It's vacation mode.
Yeah.
Because like after I'm gonna come back and
Come back to Canada.
Oh my god! Like and then you have the winter. Like
Yeah, exactly. The depression comes back. You
No,
know.
for real.
So yes, how?
How do I manage?
Yeah, your
What
life
saying?
has been balanced before. Like lately,
Yeah.
no, but like usually, how do you balance?
I
How do you
balance. I go to school first. I go to the gym. I eat healthy. When I know this, like now, for example, the end of the semester, that's where I started to mix at Still Life. So like I had my finals,
Yeah.
but I balanced in a way where I always like study before, so like I don't stress like when I have exams
Yeah.
or whatever, or when you have an opportunity,
Yeah.
then you know that you already studied. So like
I remember when I asked you like of the podcast, she had her finals, like you had 3 finals.
Yeah,
She was like,
exactly.
if you can, I don't mind. Like I studied already before. I was like, no, finish your exams first, and then when you finish, you know, we
but like you
shoot.
need a balance where if you know that you're gonna have like some opportunities or some
Yeah.
gigs or whatever, you have to be ready. So you just have to be organized in your life. If you're not organized, discipline, like a lot of stuff, you're never gonna have this balance.
So you're someone who grabs onto an opportunity, and I really like this.
Of course, you don't miss opportunities.
And you never know.
Good.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, you never
might be good, it might be not. You might learn, and you might, actually benefit and learn at the same time.
Exactly.
And I'm really happy, like, this got to work. Okay, stay with me. I posted a reel not long ago about something that I call it the theory, the minute guy theory. I'm gonna explain it to you and to my guests again.
Okay.
I went to Renaissance. It was very weird, and then I went to get a screw gun, literally a screw gun to fix my bed. As you know, you'll be in this.
Saw this.
And I saw this. I had to buy these. I was like, this would be amazing for my podcast. I was like, my friend was like,
I don't know
what
it is, actually.
You don't know what is this? I'm gonna guide you through it. They're just posters, but I made out of them a theory called Ganula. Okay.
I'm curious about it.
This is one of them. Each one has a name.
Okay.
This one's called Firework.
Okay.
Be careful because I'm gonna ask you, like, where do you stand right now in your current life, okay? This is Firework. Firework meant to me basically that when I was a child and I was someone who can do everything, I saw life in pink. I'm this girl who can have big dreams, ambitious. I'm gonna achieve everything, This was my Firework era, okay? We get back to it. Now this one was the loop era, which is when you feel stuck somewhere, and you can't go out of it. And you think about, okay, Tab, I want to become a firework. I want to go back to my firework area. Why am I in a loop? You're stuck, you're bored. I don't know, maybe you're anxious, you're sad, you're disappointed in yourself. You just, put in your mind that I'm in a loop and you're stuck.
Okay.
The third one, which is in between, which is the balance. This is how I saw it in a balance. It's chaotic.
Balance, yeah.
And what I mentioned in my video is that balance, that doesn't mean equal. C'est pas équivalent à not chaotic.
Okay.
Even though you have a balanced life, it can be chaotic in some ways, Like
True.
you have to manage between going to the gym, eating healthy, going to school, having your passion, DJing, seeing friends, connecting, socializing, keep connection with your friends back home in Morocco, talking to your family, having events, graduations, having a boyfriend, love life. You forgot this.
He's one of my biggest supporters.
Yeah, we have to talk about this. We have to talk about love life, and especially in your DJing scene, how is he supported? We're gonna go back to this. This is the balance. So when you're stuck in a circle, you know what? No. Tell me about how a boyfriend is supported. I can't. Girl, spill the tea.
It's such a girl's discussion.
Girl episode.
We'll do that after.
No, now. I was like, let me be spontaneous.
Yes. What do you want to know?
It should be supportive, right? How does it feel being a girl DJing, Moroccan girl DJing, having a boyfriend?
That is Moroccan.
That is Moroccan.
That is Moroccan.
Wow. Respect, because boyfriends are really jealous. If you're not a DJ, what if you're a DJ? You're in the center of where you can get a lot of fans, and people you connect. You have to be a sweet person to be a DJ. You have to do connection. Honestly, me, what I like about most of the DJs that I know is that they build a connection with the crew.
It's true.
And they keep in touch with them,
But it's also as a woman, it's also tough to be because there are a lot of men.
And
it's an industry that is
right?
There's this aspect of you're working and you're surrounded by men. So anyways, even being single, I used to stick to my values.
Yeah, but even also when you're a guy, you can, having a guy DJ, it's also easy to be their girlfriend or I don't know, boyfriend.
Yeah,
in many
cases. They have there are many DJs with girlfriends, but it's not the same as a woman because especially in our cultures. You're surrounded by men. You're, not a lot.
Maybe
of
the
men
intentions are different. Different intentions.
Exactly, but you always have to put this boundary and don't
forget your values.
Yeah, exactly, and also just not be that outgoing. As a woman, you need to have a certain.
First, you have to have boundaries and also stick to what you're doing. You're doing this for passion.
Exactly.
For love. You love this for fun.
Of course.
And I have to tell something, don't lose your own personality and don't be dragged to change yourself just to fit in.
Exactly. You know? That's why, there are a lot of people that are fake, but then at the end, everyone knows that they're fake. You know, they have their momentum and stuff, but then after.
How long could you hide? You know, how long?
Exactly.
Yeah,
I
could have, you know, faked a personality on my podcast. Unlike I might have tried, but like, how much would you know? I know my first video, I was like, I'm gonna tell you the real story behind this podcast. I shooted a video with my friends. My best friends were like helping me, and when I finished, I looked. I was like, if I am on Instagram and this appeared on my feed, I'd be disgusted, literally. And then like, no, the video was nice. The video was amazing, you know. The message was amazing. What I was talking, I was happy.
But you didn't feel.
But I didn't feel. This is Gael that I know, you know. It's a different Gael.
Yeah.
If my mom would have watched this video, she'd say, you know, where's my Gaiola? You know, like be more authentic. My friends, you know. So I was like, no, I'm gonna do this when I feel like I'm ready. After 3 weeks, I was here. I put a phone on the tripod with my friends. I was like, I'm gonna shoot. I was me, you know.
It was
the clothes I wear when I go out with my friends, you know, the same makeup.
Exactly.
And I was literally my authentic self. And that's what's making people like, you know, actually, you know, liking my content a bit. So this is like an advice for you and for the audience. Never stick in something or like change yourself just to fit in. You know, you're an individual. You have your own branding.
I agree.
And stick to it.
Totally,
you know.
I agree because
I'm really proud of this.
I would never, especially like.
In a competitive field, a lot of people can change their, you know, maybe genre.
Then let them,
you know,
but
exactly.
Then the masks fall at the
exactly
the end. So
why are you doing it then? Like, why are you doing it? For fun, right?
For fun, because I love it.
Exactly.
I love it. I love sharing music. I love sharing a certain energy with like people, with the crowd that comes and connect with the crowd, and it's amazing the feeling you have when you see people like dancing on something you like, you know.
Were you always a social butterfly, or like when you became a DJ you became more?
I've always been like outgoing and super like good with social.
Okay.
But at some point, like when you go through like the DJ journey, you start getting tired because like your energy, your social battery is like just so drained. So like that's why I'm super like when I go home I need to rest.
Like, for sure.
And like just be with myself and like you go.
It's not an easy passion, by the way.
It's not easy.
You're behind
there's
the
like
DJ set.
Avicii. You can see it with the Avicii like.
Oh my god!
Documentary on Netflix.
It's crazy. Like it's
not
it's
easy.
Crazy
It's
because
not easy. Yeah, if you're not.
People just go and dance. They don't even think like how. It is stressful. Like
it's really stressful.
As if you're performing, like, you know.
Yeah, exactly, and especially like in the social aspect.
Yeah.
It's so draining, and like people, as we were talking about, their fakes and.
Let's not talk about the competition. Like it's a huge competition.
Yeah, yeah.
Everyone wants to become a DJ.
Yeah, but like,
you know what I mean?
Who's a real DJ? That's the thing. Like social medias.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's easy to post and do like you know. You
Exactly.
can tell ChatGPT give me 50 tracks to build a set. But are you able to do a set actually?
Yeah. What makes you stand out? Like what makes you Rien, the DJ, different than others?
I guess it's the track selections. It's like the music that I choose. I choose it in an emotional state of mind, in a way where I need to feel it emotional. Or if
what's your vibe like? Are you the joyful like emotion side, or like, you know, you're very dark, you're very, I don't know, what's your vibe?
I have a bit of everything. In a way where it depends on the vibe. If we're having a party, let's go with party, you know. I want to do, for example, that's where I'm doing my event with my teammates. It's because I want to like share that emotions with people. Like because when you play in nightclubs or venues, you always have like some restrictions. So like I want it to be fully meaningful and deep.
Yeah.
In a way where you listen, you want to
express
cry,
yourself.
You want to cry. Like there are some tracks you hear, they want to make you cry, but it's amazing. And it's like if you build up a set that is like meaningful, or like you want to, you know, you choose the direction you want to take. You write a story when you're playing a set.
Wow. What's Hala? We're gonna go back to this question. Like I got goosebumps honestly right now. I want to ask you about, you know, what's the song that is on top of your mind right now. Think
lately. Oh
yeah. Oh, you have the genre.
It's
on top of your mind.
It's because
which one?
It's a track I love that I just like listen to. It's The Girl in the Mirror by Zix Bantwini, because it's like I heard it like just 3-4 times. It's It's been like 2 days on the track,
Oh.
but like it's in my mind in a way where it just touched me. Like
Okay.
it's so
I gotta
deep.
listen to it later. What was it again?
The Girl in the Mirror from
Okay.
Six Bantwini. Like it's a track that is like
How is it like?
It's emotional.
Okay.
No, it's like super emotional.
Okay.
Like lately I'm in the like
So you're in an emotional stage? Okay. The boyfriend, I'm
no, he's the best. He's
Okay.
the best.
Okay, let's go back to the balance. So this is, I saw it as a balance where like you can end up in a loop even though you're balanced, you know, but you try to go out of it. So this is gonna lead you to fireworks someday. Which stage are you in right now? The firework. The firework. Wow. I'm so proud of this. I'm glad to hear that.
The firework, because like you have to trust in yourself in a way where like you have projects, you have something, do it. Like just do it.
Yeah.
Don't stop thinking. Just act.
Just do it.
If it doesn't work, okay, it's okay. You failed, and what?
At least you tried.
Are you dead? Like yeah. You tried.
Then you fail
yeah,
as one step
you're gonna
closer
learn.
to your actual, you know, journey or like prize, you know.
You are going to learn.
You're gonna fail and fail and fail and fail and fail and might, you know.
It's okay.
You know,
we're human.
make
we're not
it something.
perfect.
Exactly.
Everyone's
Talking about starting, when I did this podcast and I chose those posters, I don't know if I've told you this before, I don't think so, but this is meaningful at the story behind this board. Each picture represents something and making it alive. Let's go through them. This one is manifestation. Everything works out for me. Like this is some people like they make it alive through manifesting.
Yeah.
And I have a friend like who did this. And there's this one that this one represents a barrier that was broken and breaks free, you know, where you can get out of your comfort zone and end up doing whatever you like. The butterfly, it comes from the biologist in me.
Okay, yeah, that's the biologist.
A butterfly, you know, it passed through metamorphosis where like it has different stages.
Yeah, stages.
And here I'm gonna post a video that my friend did regarding this metamorphosis. We're gonna put it on top of the YouTube video. It's basically how a butterfly could pass through shitty phases, but all you see is its pretty appearance. It's colorful, it's flying, it's in its firework era. That's all that people see. You know? Nothing is lost, everything transforms. So everything you pass through, the downs, the challenges, all of these, you know, situations, the good things, the bad things, the memories, it builds you into the butterfly you are right now when you make it in life. That's my vision. Plant your own garden. I'm definitely tattooing a butterfly on me and I'm gonna write maybe
I
that.
relate a lot with this one.
With this one, right?
A lot. Like,
Yeah, and it's
you have to go through stuff to like then
you can
become a
you can get it
butterfly.
easy in life, but not every time.
No,
you know? Yeah.
no.
This one is about planting your own garden, and it says, do not wait for the world to hand you roses. Sow your own seeds, water them with patience, and let your dreams rise like a wildflower. Success is not found. It is grown deep within the garden of your own perseverance. So you have to always not see if someone else's grass is green, right?
Build up your own
Water yours, you know. يعني اسقي تبعك لأنه that's how you're gonna make it. It's your life, you know. You just need to start, which is all of my audience, like all of my guests, they choose this one. And then you have a puzzle, like, you know, your story, my story, everyone's story can be a missing puzzle in someone else's story. You know, like by just mentioning your supportive boyfriend might end up, you know, pushing someone or like a girl or a guy to like, you know, maybe think about, oh, mine is not as supportive. Or maybe, you know, you just to start, like, I know a friend of mine, she's into DJing, she's so talented, but she just, you know, she's not scared. She DJs like with our friends, like, you know, that's what I knew when I heard it. So like maybe that's what be, you know, a push for her. I don't know. What should you do if you weren't afraid? Like this is, what would you do if you weren't maybe brainwashed, afraid of what people would say, your family, your culture, the judgment, everyone around you. When I posted the first video, I was like, oh my god, like no one has seen me but like Gael Abu Isa, you know. I'm very, you know, I was private, like on Instagram, you know, and I have, you know, my own friends from school, they know me.
I was the same.
And I was stressing when I posted the first video.
I remember when I wanted to like put my Insta public, I thought about it like 10 times before doing it.
I swear, me too.
Because I don't know, like I'm a private person, so like I don't like to like share whatever.
Yeah.
But like my Instagram just became after like my platform as a DJ, and
Yeah.
then, like it's
But
the way
honestly,
I connect and
that's how life is now. Like marketing
Yeah,
your own site and your own brand on your social media. It's part of your own brand, you know, and
Exactly.
like it helps you. Like, how would people know it? Unfortunately, we live in a world right now that we have to need social media.
Yeah,
It's
obviously.
different than before, you know.
It's difficult to balance, like, with boundaries to not get like in that, you know,
Exactly.
the whole like black hole where you're just like on social.
You're very
medias and
attached
really-
to it.
Yeah, exactly.
Exactly.
And like just sometimes put down your phone and just go enjoy life. You know, like
I
no
swear.
one do it. It's like when there's a DJ, everyone's like taking pictures.
Gee, don't remind me.
I
Oh my
love
god.
the-
Enjoy the moment.
Exactly.
Enjoy the moment,
Like, listen
please.
to the music. Listen
You know,
to
before I'm someone who likes to catch memories. Like, I've known with my friends that like my phone is it's fun. I am someone who loves to catch memories. Like, I'm a good photographer. I can say I love photography. But like when I'm in a party and I'm very happy. Okay, how do you know a party is amazing? When I tell you it's amazing, but I have 0 videos about it.
Yeah,
It's all in my mind.
It's true.
Like,
It's true.
I just connect to the point where like I really forget to do the best thing that I want, which is taking memories, because I want to live them fully. You know,
Yes.
experience them fully. عن جد والله. One of my favorite parties was like Igloo Fest Tiesto. أحلى سهرة بحياتي. I have to say it in Lebanese because like I wanted to express myself.
You can't express it in
أحلى سهرة
English. It's the
بحياتي.
best.
That vibe was amazing, and I have 0 good footage about it because I was really
In it.
enjoying. It was like not even minus 20, minus 30 maybe. It was really cold.
Yeah, but
it was snowing.
amazing.
The vibe, the DJ, the sound, it was amazing. And I wanted to tell you something. Okay, regarding this, the posters, there was the mountain, you know, the la lampe, and baby steps every day, and the cultural Lebanese coffee cup. Which one resonated most with you?
The butterfly.
The butterfly.
It's like
Yeah.
really, really what I really.
How do you take challenges, Reem? Like, you know, bumps and
I would
roads.
say okay, but I'm also like spiritually, like I'm Muslim and I'm like, I'm religious in a way where like I believe that like God
Has a
like,
plan for you.
Has a plan for you in a way where he puts obstacles and you're gonna see how you're gonna react and you know
Yeah.
like he's just it's there's a meaning behind.
There's something
that is going to happen. For example, if something happens bad, it's okay.
God wants you to like
Yeah.
learn something from it.
Exactly.
Or like, you know,
totally. And like if
بيقولوا شيء لعله لعله What is it?
لا
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 عسى تكرهوا شيئا وهو خير لكم.
Exactly. رجعوا لي.
لا ستكرهوا شيئا وخيرا لكم.
Exactly. So like you might end up, you know, having a challenge or like, you know, a bump, and like it is sent to your life because God knows that you are able to handle it.
To handle it.
You're able to handle. That's how I believe. I'm very religious too, and I feel like God puts you in a situation that you are able to handle.
Exactly.
When I say this, I was like, okay, I'm gonna do this and this, and like you know, pass through every challenge.
Yeah, exactly, and especially like you have to put your trust in his hands. That's it. Like you have to stop
Exactly.
thinking, overthinking, and like, okay, he's gonna make something good.
Give you a
for
sign in some way
Yeah,
to, like, you know.
there are so many signs.
Yeah.
When you stop like overthinking and just like trusting God.
Yeah, I
Takes
respect
care
you
of
for that. The butterfly. Let's go to the butterfly. I wanted to mention something like, and also the butterfly. Like when you see it pretty and it's colorful, that doesn't mean like it passed through shit and like stuff that are not nice also. So be nice to people, be sweet, and be supportive.
Exactly.
Because no matter where they end up, you know, you might end up later like an amazing DJ, an international DJ, you know, who did not believe in you right now. What would have they missed is they, you know, supported you. You know what I mean? And now I go back to support, and I'm really glad that you're well surrounded,
Thank you.
and that's very, you know, you can say you're lucky because
I have
like
a close circle.
That's good.
I love counting. Like I have a
you counting everyone like on a hand.
That's it. Because I'm like not into drama or whatever. I just want
Quality over quantity.
Yeah, exactly. For
And this is really important.
and
like,
no
in
jealousy, no envy, no bad vibes. Like it's either we support together and like we're super happy genuinely about like what our achievements and like our successes, but like I can feel like when there's a bad energy.
For sure.
And
Especially
it's
as
just
DJ, like,
draining.
you're all about vibes.
It's just draining, you know.
Yeah.
And I love like to have genuine connections.
And just stops you from like reaching your goals sometimes, you know, for no reason, you know.
Exactly, and everyone has like, as we were saying, his own path. Like,
Exactly.
wait
like,
for
why
it. Be
get judged?
genuine. Like don't. Get
Everyone has
jealous.
his timing, you know what I mean? Like,
And it's just ridiculous when you're just like having a fake energy and like trying to show something like on social medias because you live in social medias, which is pathetic nowadays. Like it's pathetic. Like just be yourself.
People,
But yeah, sometimes like it's just pathetic.
I know. Pathetic.
No, pathetic.
Stable.
Why do you do
Exactly.
this?
Yeah.
Especially like in the nightlife, like in the industry and stuff, like there are so many fake people. Like I see, you know, there's not anyone
the
going
vibe.
out and like having fun and listening to music and just like having good vibes. No, it's like who's gonna show off the most, buying fake bags, fake things. Like why?
ريم ايه عن جد يعني.
Like why?
People are not
Why?
mentioning this in Canada, but like me, I come from Lebanon, I'm Lebanese. I'm used to this, you know?
Yeah.
I'm used to this, like, we go like to the church like on Sundays.
Yeah.
They
Obviously.
try to like wear
Yeah,
the
we have
best
this-
clothes, you
yeah.
know, like they have this, oh, ببين أحلى واحدة, I want to look the
We have the same
prettiest.
culture like in Morocco, you know.
But in
there's, like-
Canada, I'm shocked.
No, in Canada, it's not even like classy or anything. It's just like.
You want Tamir, eat if you want.
Thank you. Thank you
at
very
home.
much.
Eat at home. Touch. Mom will be proud. إيه حاطة ضيافة على الطاولة. No. Be careful, there's في عجوة. Again, what makes you I don't know, what is the most difficult thing about being a DJ? Like, what bothers you the most, you know, when you're in a crowd DJing? What is something that someone in the crowd might do that bothers you?
Request. Oh, please
Yeah.
play this track.
Yeah.
No, I'm not Spotify.
Okay. Wow. Yeah.
It's tiring. Like I'm paid for this.
Okay.
For setting the
To do the
vibe.
job.
You're not happy, go out. That's it.
Exactly. Yeah.
But don't lose like, you know, like you say it respectfully. You don't
Yeah,
say
for
like,
sure.
like say it respectfully.
No.
And that's it.
Especially like when you have something in mind, you're in a vibe, and like because like you have to. Being a DJ is not easy. I said it's stressful, and you have to keep a track, you know, of like
Exactly.
what you're playing. You can't go off beat. Like you can't, you know, switch from a.
You need to read the crowd. Like basically, you analyze. It's a lot of analyzing. It's a lot of
Exactly.
psychology.
It is.
It's so much psychology.
You're socializing, like you're.
But it's crazy, you know. Sorry, I cut you. But it's crazy because you learn so many stuff. For example, you know what? When I started, also like one of the reasons I started teaching, I was I'm at Concordia, so like, I was like, I want to learn how to do like networking, business, outside of school, you know.
Okay.
Also like in real life, because for me, like if you're number one in our classes at school, okay, but can you handle like the real life? But I wanted to test like if I could like do something out of it. I was like, okay, I love music and stuff. Okay, even like let's do business in the real life as a DJ.
Yeah.
And it just like started to get good and like better and better and better. So it was also like comforting for me in the school aspect where like, I know if I graduate and I want to do something, I just.
You have connections.
I hope so.
Honestly, you remind me of myself when I decided to like launch this podcast. My main purpose, because like I really love people, you know, I love to connect
exactly.
on deep, genuine level, you know, not just superficial. Hi, you know, my name is Gael. No. Okay, okay. You're pretty, you're fun,
wow.
Who are you as a person? Like,
the simple questions like, are you happy? Are you
exactly
like simple connections? Just be private.
Yeah.
You know, like
and I sometimes like to like post stuff. Exactly. Yeah, some of them know. Yeah, exactly.
We're going back to fake energy again, but it's like so big, you know.
Yeah, it's a big
especially like in our generation also, like I'm turning 22 Sunday and I'm a 2003. I'm a kid, but
you're a kid though.
But like, you know, you have to keep your values and be like being yourself at a young age.
Exactly. I believe
I've never changed. Like I'm the same person. Yes, I've been through stuff like
for sure know, the butterfly.
I went like through some crazy stuff, but like that hurt me a lot. But like
it builds you to the person where you are right
But
now.
I never changed. Like, yeah, I had phases. Like, maybe you're not emotional. Like, you just. But like, after when you go through this,
Yeah.
and you see that you're still yourself, and also like turning in the 20s, it's like you go to teenager to like adulthood. So like, there's a conflict with your own self that you go through. Where after, it's just a connection of the new person you are with, like the teenager.
All the baggage you get and like hold on.
Yeah, it's just like the old you, the small you, just becoming an adult and
Is the small Reem proud of Reem who is now?
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm totally proud.
I'm happy to hear that.
And especially my best friend Sarah that is here with us.
How long have you been besties for?
For 12 years, 11 years.
Wow, that you passed the friendship.
She saw me growing, like turning, like from this teenager to the person I became today.
Adulthood, if you wanna say, like being alone and like.
And I met my boyfriend when I was going through like the peak of the transition of like teenager to like with the baggage and like. So yeah, it was super.
It was not just when you were butterflying; it was through the metamorphosis.
Exactly. Like I met him at that time where like I was becoming that adult, you know.
That you are today. Yeah.
Exactly.
Are you proud of it?
Yes, I am.
If you change something, what would it be?
Nothing.
Nothing.
I would change nothing because everyone has its own experience, and you have to go through them if you want to become like
to get ready.
tough, like tougher and like just. Become the person you want to become with boundaries and people respecting you and just not like people stepping up.
Exactly.
And then like sometimes people like are like this in their 30s and their 40s. Like I'm super grateful that I went through this at this young age because after like
you're building connection and you're still 22. Like later in life, like you're gonna be really great for this. Honestly, what you're doing is not just a passion. You're using it to your benefit to like make connections, build. Everyone has a connection. I'm now a new connection, We might meet in the future, we might not, but like this is the connection.
The crowd is amazing. The support, like you feel loved. Like okay,
you're building a community that knows you.
I wish, like I'm trying, like to.
I hope this is gonna work someday.
Because me too, honestly.
Then how do you work on yourself? How do you push yourself to become a better version of yourself as a DJ?
As a DJ, I always learn, like from the previous set, like I was telling you.
So you practice at home?
Not even. Like I practice. It's not about practicing. It's more of like the sets, the
knowing the new music.
Yeah, like I'm always listening to music. Like always. I want to have like the.
Do you study like while music on, or like you can't focus?
I'm more into like when I study instrumental like music.
You put instrumental music.
I
can't. I have to be in what jazz? And like I have to be in a silent room.
Okay, yeah. No, I can't because sometimes I keep talking to myself like when you're studying and then.
Okay, and then you sing and like you're in your
and I'm like,
era.
Shut up, like.
You're the focus element.
Yeah, I don't know like what's happening and then, but I need something to distract my brain so I can focus on like my study when I'm studying.
Yeah. Okay. Reem, it's Anjad. I'm very glad that you were very honest and genuine and not fake like social media.
No.
We spoke about fakeness a lot on this podcast. I want to say
we
that
didn't even prepare to know.
I swear,
it's no fake energy.
It was nice meeting you. Actually, it was nice meeting you.
We did the meeting actually like
right now. I will start. I always say I'm gonna go support her in the events and gigs. I'm gonna definitely try next time. Girls, next Tuesday we're going to still live.
Let's go.
And I want to tell you, I'm really proud of you and where you become right now.
It's amazing to be a part of your project.
Thank you so much.
Bringing me here and being like from your first episodes. So yeah, I'm super.
And honestly, like I saw in you a version of me like where I can relate. You're very ambitious. You're joyful. You're happy.
Thank you.
Your positive vibes are very contagious.
Me too.
And I want to tell you that I'm really proud of what you're doing. And please always aim high. And keep asking yourself, why are you doing it? I have a last question for you, for your audience and mine. Tell them an advice if they are scared or like they don't know what to do in life or know where to start. What would be their advice to do it or like to make it in life? What is making it in life for you? Give an advice.
Making it for like in life, first of all, it's about your values, your close circle. Because if you don't have this, you can't go far. Because it's tough. Like you need stability in your life. And I would say no one pays your rent. Like you pay your own things, so like just go for it. Like no
Exactly.
one
Go
stop-
hustle.
Yeah, like go. Like just forget about judgment. Forget about anything. Like just go do whatever you want. You have one life. Like
Yeah.
stop thinking that people, you know, are gonna judge you or just do it.
Yeah.
I would say like just
Literally, you just need to start. Just do it.
Exactly. Yeah, it's all about first of all values, close circle. You need to have education.
Be educated.
Yeah, you have to be educated in life for your own self. Like not even like in any business or any
This education will help you. in some way.
industry. Yeah, yeah.
Sometimes it teach you only. It can teach you only discipline.
Example, be discipline. You're talking about discipline. Go, for example, to school. Just sit down in the classroom.
Yeah.
Don't listen to the course, but then you come back the next day and then you listen, and then you know slowly you put down discipline, and also like you build your own values to like
Slowly
you know,
but surely.
yeah, exactly. There's
Baby steps.
baby steps every
Literally.
day, and the worst enemy you could have is your own self. So like you need
Exactly.
to take care of yourself. Also.
As long as you're better than the version like you were yesterday,
you always-
be conscious about it, you know, like
Exactly.
think about where you are in life. Honestly, being conscious about your life, knowing where you stand now, asking yourself, am I happy? Did I reach where I wanna be? All these, you know, New Year resolution, did you start any of them? Did you do them? Did
Exactly.
you do the check marks, you know? I always do, you know, check marks every month. I just wanna say it was such a nice episode. Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you too.
I definitely see you another time.
We'll see each other
Soon,
behind the scenes.
And I just want to tell my audience, I'm really happy that you got to this point in this episode. Please don't forget to subscribe.
Of
And
course.
I hope keep seeking your own version of success. It's your life, it's your journey. You have to do the effort, as my guest Stream said, to get where you want in life. Keep seeking your own version of success, and see you on the next episode. And it's enough.